Alright, this is the chart for Season 40 of the ELO rated duel top decks. So these are the players who finished the highest after the ranked rated duels. After you hit Master 1, you get a big, nice little leader ranked ladder that you can climb through forever, infinitely. And this is the results
Said
here.
That God didn't choose you.
Thank you, Knuckles. We have the deck list, which somewhat surprising in some sense. This is the metagame. The breakdown is Snake Eye, still playable after the ban list, which a lot of people were very upset about, which we're going to get into and talk about some details about the ban list soon, but that's irrespective of what's going on here. We've got the Snake Eye deck lists, which are pretty much unchanged. Not really unchanged, but, you know, Beatrice ban was kind of relevant. But basically what people have been doing now is just draw it, or just hit it. So the Millennium Engine is a really good part of the Snake Eye deck, because the Millenniums get you into Snake Eye combo, because Beatrice then sends the thing that you revive. But ever since Beatrice got banned, the idea now is that the Zombie Vampire will just hit. Like, you will just hit. You'll either mill one of the 3 Sinful Spoils, Diabel, or Ash Poplar. Like, 5 cards off the top, you will win. You will win. So that's, like, unironically what the Zombie Vampire and this rank 6 here does. This is Wallow. I believe it's 5 copies of Beatrice if you believe hard enough. But other than that, it's kind of, like, semi-standard. We've got some Ghost Ogres in here, I presume, to counter Blue Eyes. It's just a decent hand trap all around, but specifically against Blue Eyes, it's really good if you hit True Light. Call by Crossout standard, some Imperm Ashes, Drolls as well, just kind of mixing up the ratios here. And even somehow, some way, we're still playing Gamma Driver, the 1-in-1 ratio. Pilgrim, not Wallow. Minor speaking mistake, I win. Okay, so this guy mills 5 off the top of your deck, if you don't know. Whoa, I didn't even notice what's going on in the extra deck. Hold on. Wait a goddamn second. We've got, is that Firewall Code Talker? Firewall and Singularity Firewall. Yeah, I don't know what Lil Bro is cooking here. And we have Mask IP. That's crazy. 43 for the consistency. Well, you know, without spending too much of the time and effort going over the mathematical aspects of deck building in Yu-Gi-Oh! TLDR, to make a very small, very long discussion short, playing over 40 in decks with lots of non-engine or engine requirements like this, with cards that you'd rather not draw, like Flamberge, Diabel, Snake Eye Diabel, that is, the Trap card, Dramatic Chase, it's fine because you draw them less and you have enough extenders like the Millennium Engine that kind of keep up the consistency regardless. And 3 OS, right? So that's how that works. Not like you are any better. Any better at what? More on talking about. So that's the Snake Eye deck. The other one isn't posted publicly for whatever reason. Here's another one here. This dude also played some Yubel. This guy plays Yubel. This guy is a Yubel and a Snake Eye player, which is the type. What type of person mains Snake Eye and Yubel? A combo player, huh? Based. No stun in top 10 for once, by the way. But anyway, so this is an interesting build. A little bit more hand trap heavy, a little more way more standard than the extra deck. But playing Magician Souls. So lots of good spells and traps that you can send. You can send Millenniums, which if you have too many of those or excess, you can just send them off for Magician Souls. I believe that works even though they're monster spells, technically. I think that works, so you get free draws off of that. 3 OS, which is really, you know, sick. Sending that for cost is, you know, get a draw, and then you get a search for your Poplar. Or your Ash, I guess, if you normal summon. So Magician Souls as an inclusion here is kind of sexy. I do like this. So it's kind of fascinating that people are just maxing out on Sinful Spoils. Like that's wild that that's the direction people have taken. Oh, I guess we could take a little look at the Yubel deck. I think I saw someone discussing Yubel, and there was someone saying that they didn't play Varadras, but this person is. Yubel is basically just Snake Eye, but it's just worse. That's really it. It's a cool deck if you enjoy this type of playstyle. It's pretty much unbeatable if you let it go off and don't interrupt it. Like, literally unbeatable. The deck is unfucking, like, just, it's crazy. But yeah, the end board is like you can't droplet it, you can't evenly it, you can't dark ruler it. You know, you have like a Soul of Rage or like a Yaman Grave to bring back the Soul of Rage. You got the Trap card. Wait, hold on. Wait a second, I'm lying. He doesn't play the Trap card. Oh, okay. Maybe this board is a little bit beatable. I guess opting to not play the Unchained Trap that revives or pops. It's more layered disruption, but I guess it's just another card that you draw that's kind of bricky and doesn't do anything if you draw it. But other than that, you know, you still have your crazy end board. The Caesar, the Varadras, Desiree, Yubel, all of which is made off of a single Dark Beckoning Beast, I believe. What's with the 13-card extra deck? Yeah. Use Yubel until halfway through the Millennium Ice Snake for the last 2 days. I don't know. Maybe he's hiding some stuff. Aerial Eater. Maybe Necroquip. Very likely it's those two, yeah. Oh! It has to be, right? Because this is posted on... This is the OCG Neuron app. So I assume they don't have them on Neuron. On Japanese Neuron. That has to be it. So, yeah, Yubel absolutely plays the TCG exclusives. They're very broken. Well, TCG exclusive, but they're now technically massive illegal, so yeah. What else we got here? The only one Blue Eyes, which is crazy, but there's been a lot of Blue Eyes dominating recently. And unsurprisingly, it's very standard. There's nothing really special or fantastic about this, but it's Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes is always going to look like this, really. Hand traps, good stuff. Engine, kind of normal. I suppose like the one niche thing is Primite Roar, which isn't very common. But I guess it's just another... fuck, what does Roar do again? I know it has an insane grave effect. So if your opponent summons a monster, you can banish it from your graveyard and it like sends it or something. I can't remember what the on-field effect is. It just die for Blue Eyes? That's it? Okay, fair enough. Just another way to get to Blue Eyes, I suppose. But yeah, I think the grave effect is very broken. Extra deck is pretty standard. We've got Crimson Blazar. I like playing Cipher because I don't have to craft another Ultra Rare. Lina's insane in the mirror match. The Vermilion is weird. How do you make Vermilion? It's a 9, so I guess just Blue Eyes and a Veiler. Yeah, banish a Trooner from your graveyard and then pop a card. I suppose there's going to be matchups where that matters, because I think it might even banish itself for cost, by the way. So maybe that helps against like stun and skill drain and stuff like that. I could be wrong. But yeah, Vermilion. Baron is weird. How the fuck do you make Baron? Don't tell me you're like making a 9 with and then making a 10. How do you make Baron? Barrel plus a 5 plus a 9 and a 1? What? So you have to make Blue Eyes plus a guy into a 9, and then the 9 and a 1 make it again? Why though? Why would you put all of those resources into one Baron? It's like a turn 3 play. Fair enough. Use it with Spirit. Okay. Oh, so I guess like, all right. So yeah, I'm kind of like thinking about the gameplay loop now. So typically, you know, you end your turn on Blue Eyes. You've usually used Spirit Dragon to tag into the Ultimate Spirit. Ultimate Spirit then dies because of Spirit Dragon's destruction effect. So in the end phase, the Spirit Dragon is brought back from the Ultimate Spirit. Then it goes to your turn, and then from there you can just like normal summon Sage, make Baron, to instantly freeze like their back row essentially, or whatever they might have like passed on. So I guess that kind of makes sense. When are we playing Azure Eyes, man? I miss Azure Eyes. Anything else that's interesting here? Rank 1 was Striker Tenpai and Blue Eyes, but we don't have those deck lists, so that's funny. We don't have the... Oh, we do have the Memento deck list. I don't know anything about Memento, but I'm gonna hazard a guess. This doesn't play the trap card, right? Nope. Okay, cool. So there's certain litmus tests you can do in Yu-Gi-Oh, right? There are certain cards that you can bring up in discussion. There's certain things that you can talk about. And you can just immediately tell if someone is dumb or bad or doesn't know something about a specific subject, right? The litmus test for example, you know, people who understand like hand traps in depth, ask them how they think about what they think about call by, cross out, right? That's a good litmus test for, I love call by, it lets my rogue deck play through hand trap. No, card's disgusting, unfun, unhealthy. So that's the similar litmus test. Basically, the point I'm getting at is the trap card, Cranium Burst. It's a very good trap card, provided that you're actually playing the game and winning, and you can get to Creation King. Because if you don't get to Creation King, which is, you know, if you've gotten to Creation King, first and foremost, you're probably winning the game. Second, if you do get to Creation King, it's kind of win more. And third of all, if you go second, you draw the trap card, Cranium Burst, you can't play the game. So, yeah. That's pretty much it. A lot of Memento players, I guess, who are a little bit more rookie in Yu-Gi-Oh! Love that card or always complain about people not playing that card. Trap card is a trap card, guys. It is what it is. Anyway, other than that, this looks pretty standard from Memento. Is that a Verte? Wait, is that standard? Verte standard, yeah. Celine. Okay. And the hand trap lineup is one draw for Crossout. Fua, Maxi, Ash, Valor, Callby. Sorry, not Valor. Callby, Crossout. Because this deck cannot play through Maxi. But it can kind of play through Fua. Yeah, everything else about... It's kind of weird, like, Memento just doesn't really have any, like, deck building, per se. The Goblin stuff, I suppose, is kind of neat, but I don't think that deck has really been innovated upon. There's not really too much you can do with it. Paradise Smasher? Wait, what the fuck? Did I miss a Paradise Smasher? What's going on here? Guys, why is this lunatic playing Paradise Smasher? What the fuck's going on? Okay, well, I just too many questions. Wait, what is this? What did I just click on? Lightsworn FTK? I don't know how they haven't done anything about this deck. It's pretty consistent. So, for those of you who don't know what this is and have been a little bit of, you know, away, it's a pretty difficult to play FTK. Number one, timer reasons. Number two, not mismanaging your snow banishes, which surprisingly happens a lot. Which then ties back into argument number one, which is the timer. So the way that this deck works is it summons multiple copies of this guy here in the X deck. It's called Arrow Shark. Arrow Shark is a rank 3 generic monster, which detaches to burn for 100 damage for every banished monster. So Snow banishes all of your monsters from your graveyard after you've milled like 30 cards into your grave with the tier engine and the Lightsworn engine. And then you loop Twilight Lumina and Lumina. So Lumina discards a card to bring back Twilight Lumina. And then Lumina, Twilight Lumina, can banish, I think, a Lightsworn from your grave to then bring back a banished Lightsworn. So you just keep looping Lumina with Twilight Lumina to keep reviving them, to make the rank 3 Arrow Shark, to then detach, to then burn. And then eventually, what you have to do is, like, really dumb plays, where you have to go Medora or Keldo, put back the extra deck cards. You have to put back the Arrow Sharks after you link them away with the Luminas into a Celine, so that you can remake them and remake the Celines to then bring back the Lumina and the Twilight Lumina. It's genuinely not an easy deck to play. So, but yeah, all they need to do is ban Arrow Shark or something, or even just limit Celine, like, which is crazy to think. But have you ever seen a Yu-Gi-Oh deck that plays Celine at more than one copy? And what do those decks have in common? They are bullshit. They're bullshit. Like, have you seen a deck not play Celine at more than one copy? They're always doing dumb stuff. Lots of Yu-Gi-Oh cards like that should be on the limited list, right? Like 1 Saryuja is fine. 3 Saryuja, what are you doing? You're submitting a replay for table 500. That's what you're doing, right? All right. Anyway, I think that's all of them. There's a branded deck list here, which is posted on Bilibili. Chinese simplified. Ni hao ma? Deck list? Oh, there it is. Yep, that's branded. Sales ban! Alright, buddy, you're gonna have to translate this one for me. I actually reached the top last night. I don't stay up late to play cards as usual. Be careful when copying. The deck is adjusted according to the peak competitive environment. I used to have 2 meteorites, but later I met too many old friends to develop explosive decks. Dragon Sword and Light Path. What is Dragon Sword? There's no way that's Dragon Link. Is that Blue Eyes? And Light Path. Fiendsmith, maybe? Light Path? I adjusted it to 3 meteorites, which I assume is Nibiru. There are many Blue Eyes in the ranking, so the effect of meteorite may not be particularly obvious. Banning order, attack first to kill most of the gray. Kill a small part of the bubble to cover the predator according to the situation, and attack Mowang. Mowang has no hard resistance except for special construction. If there are other breakthrough cards, it is feasible to blindly declare gray. Attack Blue Eyes, replace the light-piercing ultimate Spirit Dragon according to the situation. You can also declare the power of light to cover Albus and kill it. No, that sounds legit. Here's the power of Albus against Blue Eyes.
But yeah, when you start seeing Majesty Fiend and Vanity's Fiend and all the stuff. Tell you what though, if we get Albaz, we're about to nuke a motherfucking board up. Alright, here we go. Draw Albaz. Cha-ching. See, ladies and gentlemen, I told you, this deck is designed for me. I am a branded player.
That's a fucking magia.
Through. You had it in starting hand.
So, he was right. Honestly, this was a good point. That was a lot. Yeah, that made a lot of sense, honestly. That's how you play branded against Blue Eyes. Okay, so that's your top 10 Master Duel metagame breakdown. Leave a comment down below with your favorite version of Snake Eye that we saw today. Peace out. See you in the next one.
Brazil!